Mayor, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for March 18th, 2021 to order at 7:01 p.m. On roll call, council members Balistrary.
Here.
Fakori.
Here.
Fasolo.
Here.
Golubek.
Here.
Pellegrin.
Here.
Council President Wetchler.
Here.
Mayor Coletti.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Erin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And once again, we have a live audience here tonight to celebrate a remarkable feat by our soccer teams. But before we get to that, we must do what we have to do to start this meeting. So could everybody please rise for our prayer and flag salute? Oh God, we ask you to please our meeting, which we entrust to your care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts and implant therein a keen sense of justice and greater love for you and our neighbors. Guide us in our deliberations so that our decisions will always please you and bring your peace and happiness to our community. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey require at the commencement of every meeting a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now, therefore, be advised that the meeting requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing an annual notice in the Record and Herald News of Woodland Park, and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk, as well as in a public place within the municipal building, and by notifying interested citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, the notice was posted on January 8th, 2021, and published on January 13th, 2021. Erin?
Thank you, Mayor. First on the agenda this evening, we have the approval of meeting minutes. The meetings on the agenda are February 11, 2021, work and executive session meetings, February 18th, regular and executive session meetings, and March 4th, work session and executive session meeting minutes.
May I have a motion on the minutes?
So moved.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Wetchler. On roll call, council members Balistrary.
Yes.
Fakori. Fasolo.
I'm going to recuse on February 11th, work and executive. Yes to the rest.
Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Council President Wetchler.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda this evening, we have last but not least, our special presentation to the EP soccer crew, the 14-year-old team of the Panthers. So with that being said, I will ask that Mayor Robert Coletti take over the agenda from here.
Thank you, Erin. Ladies and gentlemen, we're fortunate this evening to have one of Elmwood Park's finest who was involved in the soccer for as long as I know, which is pretty long. And we're going to ask him to say a few words before we get started. Councilman Fakori.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to let you know the town is proud of you. Congratulations for your achievements. This is the age where you either love the game or you drop off the game. So you 14, you 15, yeah, I love to stay playing soccer, or I just want to play basketball, or I want to play video games. But I encourage you to stick with the game. It will teach you a lot. You might not think so, but the camaraderie, the respect of the game, all of it. I love the game. I've been playing since I'm 4 years old. So I can tell you, stick with it. It will teach you a lot. I still see the kids that I coach when they were 5, 6 years old. They come up, say hello to me. Hi, coach. Makes me proud. So keep it up. Congratulations. Be proud parents. And good luck. But do well in school. Do well in school, because I can tell you, as a coach, if you're not doing well in school, you're going to be sitting next to me on the bench. So do well in school is the most important thing in life. and then you move on with the game. Good luck to you for next season. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Corey. So, let's get started. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank this young lady. She's been here for all 3 episodes, with all the teams. If it wasn't for her, with all the pronunciation of the names, I could have never done it. Thank you very much. He gets 2?
No, this developer never did any work in America?
No, not in Garfield.
Oh, yeah?
And I think Morristown.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah?
Hackensack, they visited some of the properties, nice.
Oh, yeah? I, funny he said that. I refereed one of their games indoor. And the other coach said, he said he's not U13 at the time. And these kids are sprouting up like crazy.
the outcome is obvious. It's going to be a good year. Obviously, that's what you have in the whole league. But right now, we're celebrating you. The Borough of Elmwood Park, Mayor and Council for a successful soccer year. Thank you. On the ladies, we cannot forget the ladies.
Paul, they were leading this team since they were U7. So for the last 7 years, they did a great job, amazing job.
Not only that, they won the top division in the league. They first in from our club, which I think is ready for the EDP, for the higher league.
Surprise. You know why? They're from Elmwood Park.
You got that right.
EDP is a league.
Is it?
Eastern Development.
We use emotional distress person.
Now, we figure out.
Told him what it means. Oh, we use that word a lot. I only knew one meaning, Shakib, and now I
Gotta get him back.
I'm sure you get a lot of those, man.
Some water or some more cow hair or something.
Especially lately, it's getting worse.
He said, I've been with this team for 7 years. You guys keep me young. You know? I always I have no time to complain about pain here, pain there. I want to thank you guys for coming every practice. We practice 52 weeks a year, at least 3-4 times a week. We accomplished a lot. I am challenging them. They respond to me. They don't quit. You know, that's going to be something that going to pay off when you get older. I want to thank the parents. You coming to after work, you tired, you're still coming to the field, you bring your child. So many times you pay money for different games, for different tournaments and stuff, and keep putting up with it. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I want to thank the whole town. I want to thank the club for making this available to us, for making it happen to us. You know, we need fields. We need lights, we need support, which is very important, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes. All right. Thomas, you have to go in the front on your knees. Sorry. Good spot. You see, I didn't make them know. Guys, right behind him.
Mike, we have to do it. You have to do it.
But we got 4 games of counting with our neighbors. I want them to perform better than last 2.
See what happens when you get away from the script, Mayor?
So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay for a little bit. Then we're going to have a recess. But before you go, we'd like our council to make some comments. And we will start with Councilman Fakori.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations to you guys. Great job. Keep it up. As I heard the coach said, you've been playing for a long time together. Keep it up. Keep playing together. You'll make a great team playing high school. Good luck to you in the next season. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Ballesteri.
Well, the third week back, I want to congratulate the EP Crew Soccer team on an amazing season. Once again, what a pleasure it's been that the teams have been here over the last 3 weeks, as they say, 3 times a charm. Thank you to all the coaches for their dedication. You have shown that through this successful season. And I want to thank the parents as well, because without the parents, we wouldn't be here as well, because they have to get them to the games. And it's not always easy, and I understand that. But, and then the athletes, you did a great job. You should be very proud of yourselves. Keep up the hard work, because we expect to see you here again next year. Congratulations.
And I'm not going to forget him tonight, Councilman Fasola.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations to all of you in the EP crew. Every time you step on that field, you represent Elmwood Park, and you always make us proud, not only because you're winning, but because you are learning all the life lessons that come with playing soccer and organized sports. So congratulations, and good luck in the future.
Councilman Golombek.
Guys, congratulations. You made your family proud, you made your club proud, and you made Elmwood Park proud. Last few weeks, we've done a lot of clapping for the players, but I want to dedicate one nice long clap to the coaches and to Zenon and Helena, who worked so hard to keep this whole thing going. So if we could do that, give them one clap. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Pellegrin.
Yes, congratulations to all the players, the coaches, and the parents. You've worked very hard as a team, and tonight you're all being recognized for all that hard work. We as a community are so very proud of all of you. Enjoy this success and be very proud of yourselves. Again, congratulations to all.
Council President Wetchler.
I'd like to congratulate the coaches. All your hard work, you showed us Elmwood Park was the best of the best. Parents, without you, this team would not be the way it is. With the coaches and the parents and students and boys and girls, let me tell you, your parents and your coaches are one special angel. And this is a team that's going to stick together. You work together. The sportsmanship that you've shown this town and other towns, how good you are and how respectful you are, I say congratulations. Good luck.
Let me say that I am amazed here this evening, in the last 2 times we did this, to see the amount of parents that are here supporting their children. I've been to a lot of celebrations from different aspects of the sports, and consistently I haven't seen it like I've seen it here tonight. Now that's telling me that you have a special group, and you have special coaches, and you have a special head coach. Now, if that head coach can bring people together like he's brought you together, I think we should send him to Washington to straighten this damn country out. And I'm not kidding, because that's what we need. We need that type of mentality to bring us back together again, rather than being a divided nation. To the parents, it goes without saying, it doesn't happen without you. I often said the best years of my life is when I spent with my children in sports. As a matter of fact, You achieve lifelong friendships also. Besides the fact that you're spending this time, you're forced to spend this time with your children, you're making friends that you'll have for the rest of your life here in Elmwood Park. Case in point is Doris Wetchel and I, we go back, she says 50 years, but I say 35. To my point, you never know how things are going to end up. It's a great thing. When you put that all together, you come up with the success that you achieved, which is phenomenal. Is really phenomenal. So, keep up the good work, stay the course, damn the torpedoes, and full steam ahead. We're going to take a 5-minute recess.
Okay, Mayor, I'd like to call the meeting back to order at 7:27 PM to reestablish quorum. On roll call, council members Balistrary.
Here.
Fakori.
Here.
Fasolo.
Here.
Golubek.
Here.
Pellegrin.
Here.
Council President Wetchler.
And I'm here also.
Mayor Coletti. We have a quorum. At this time, I'm going to phone in our borough attorney. Just give me one moment.
Who incidentally, there was an episode of COVID-19 in his family, and he's just taking precautionary action by not being here this evening, as was the last meeting, but we had him on the line.
Hi, Sal.
Hello?
Hi, Sal. We have you in on the meeting now.
Okay, great. Let me go to my office. Ah, oh my God. Crazy. How was the celebration there?
It was very nice.
Good, good.
Okay, so we're going to start with our ordinances.
Are you at your desk yet, Sal?
Almost.
Okay. Would you have to go to Garfield?
Yeah, sort of. It's a big house. Oh, going, walking. Nope.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, to begin with ordinances, we have one ordinance being read on first reading, Resolution R-107-21, introduced ordinance number 21-06. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance Establishing a One-Stop at Florence Place and St. Anne Street," and to amend Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Elmwood Park titled Traffic, more specifically Section 7-20 titled Stop Intersections, be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, April 22nd, 2021 at 7 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Mr. Foligno, can you break this down for us, please?
Sure, Mayor. We received a complaint in the police department from a resident who lives in this area, saying that they felt this location was dangerous. There's no stop sign there, even though it's a right-of-way intersection. Traffic Division did a study, and they recommended putting a stop sign there.
Thank you. May I have a motion to introduce?
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. On roll call, council members Balistrary.
Yes.
Fakori.
Yes.
Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Council President Wetchler.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now for our consent agenda. Resolution R-108-21, approval of payroll. R-109-21, approval of bills list. R-110-21, appointment of risk manager, Sri Rocco Group. R-111-21, authorized change order number 1, current estimate number 3, Tuella Avenue water main improvements. R-112-21, authorized change order number 2 and current estimate number 2, fiscal year 2020 NJDOT Municipal Aid Program, Gilbert Avenue. R-113-21, authorized current estimate number 2, 2019 CDBG Improvements to Donor and Echo, R-114-21, authorize current estimate number 1 and final, Washington repairs, R-115-21, authorize vacation buybacks, R-116-21, appoint full-time laborer, Department of Public Works, R-117-21, approve departmental promotions, Department of Public Works, R-118-21, authorize Recreation Department refunds, R-119-21, grantee authorizing resolution, Bergen County Open Space Marina Park improvements, R-120-21, resolution to refund overpayment, R-121-21, approve closure and transfer of escrow accounts, R-122-21, appoint part-time fire inspector, Fire Prevention Bureau, R-123-21, appoint keyboard and clerk 1, Angela Fava, Borough Administrator's Office, R-124-21, authorize Borough Special Planner of the Borough of Elmwood Park to conduct a preliminary redevelopment investigation study for Block 1103, lots 3 and 7, East 54th and Main, R-125-21, authorizing Borough Special Planner of the Borough of Elmwood Park to conduct a preliminary redevelopment investigation study for Block 1602, lots 2, 3, 4, and 26, River Drive, R-126-21, authorized salary adjustment due to educational compensation, Police Department, R-127-21, authorize execution of an agreement with the County of Bergen ADA Cooperative Curb Grant Program, R-128-21, authorize execution of an agreement with the County of Bergen River Road Drive traffic signalization, R-129-21, award proposal for design services, Alimo Group Borough-wide drainage improvements, R-130-21, authorize emergency repair services, Colonelli Brothers, Inc., R-131-21, approval of 2021 temporary budget appropriations. Number 2, R-132-21, approve recreation stipend program. R-133-21, authorizing contracts with certain approved state contract vendors for contracting units pursuant to NJSA 40A:11-12A. R-134-21, authorize execution of an agreement with the New Jersey Department of Transportation. R-135-21, authorize execution of an agreement with the County of Bergen Road resurfacing. R-136-21, approve property tax delinquency rates. R-137-21, confirm tax exempt status. R-138-21, confirm endorsement of community development projects. R-139-21, appointment of firefighters. R-140-21, appointment of Board of Adjustment member. R-141-21, appointment of Board of Adjustment member, alternate number 1. R-142-21, appointment of Board of Adjustment member, alternate number 2. R-143-21, accept sidebar to employment agreement. R-144-21, adopting revised personnel policies and procedures manual. And R-145-21, resolution to approve the consent agenda.
Take a breath. That's remarkable. You were saying them faster than I can check them off. May I have a motion on the consent agenda?
Second.
Discussion. I have something I want to discuss regarding R-109-21, appointment of risk management. And for the record, could I have this read into the record?
Yes, Mayor, no problem, but that is 110. R-110.
I got the wrong number. Okay. I made a statement here, and I'm going to read it, ladies and gentlemen. I find the decision to remove the PIA group managed by Frank Covelli appalling and disgusting, and it reeks with the foul smell of politics. PIA group that has represented Elmwood Park for approximately 21 years as our risk manager has saved us hundreds of thousands of dollars along with a stellar performance of service. Our administrators who work with these professionals on a daily basis advised the council that they were completely satisfied with Frank Covelli's performance and did not want to change. Oblivious to their concerns, the council members, not all, and I repeat, not all, voted by a slim margin with one abstention to remove PIA group and replace. What we have here is a classic case of outside political forces trying to dismantle a solid core of professionals that we have in place to further their own political agendas. Subsequently, if we allow this to happen, the results would be a weak foundation that will stifle the progress and movement that is now in motion to revitalize our beloved Elmwood Park. Let us lead with our hearts and not our politics. Aaron? We got to call. Anybody else care to discuss this matter? Please, in the microphone.
I'm voting no tonight for R 110-21. Mayor, I feel the same way you do. I feel that Frank Cavelli should not be changed. Everything he has done for this town and all the money he has saved us, I think it's a shame. And I do feel it's political. And that's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else care to speak?
Yes, Mayor. Just a clarification from my point of view, there was not enough support to reappoint the other company. They weren't necessarily removed. There was not enough support at the council table to appoint that company. If that vote got enough votes, they would be the person, and they didn't. And at that point, and we discussed this in executive for months and thoroughly, and majority of the time when the reasons that were stated, there was very few arguments against it. So I want to put on the record that this conversation occurred over 4 or 5, maybe 6 executive sessions where we went through a lot of information that the public will never hear in depth. It is certainly not out of left field, and I don't think anyone can say that it's out of left field.
Okay, but you might want to add the fact that at the very early discussion stage, you brought in here the company that is now replacing PIG. I got that right? PIG? PIA, I'm sorry. You brought them in here way before, and you spearheaded the outcome of this. It was all premeditated. It was one little bump in the road that the council had thought that Mr. Covelli had dropped the ball on, but after 21 years, to give up a responsible organization like that, professional, and the people that work with him day in and day out did not want to see him go. That's the most important aspect. We as council people and the mayor, we're not in this building day in and day out. They are. They got to work with the professionals. And when you bring to the forefront an organization before there's any real deep discussion on removing them, to me, you were leading the charge. It's dead wrong. I hope it stops. I have another 2 3/4 years here, and if it happens again, we're gonna have hell to pay for it, as far as I'm concerned.
Mayor, this issue is most emotional for you. For the employees, they're pretty much not going to see a change. This is going to work very seamlessly. And I, as a council person, and not even just with this, if I see something that I don't think is going well, I think it's my responsibility to bring alternatives to the table. What kind of council person am I if I just say I'm not happy with something and offer no solution? And that's just my position on that. I'm not hiding from this. I've stated my concerns, and I brought an alternative to the table. And the votes are where the votes are. You yourself had many things to say about many professionals you work with today, very bad things for a long time, and now you love them and you work with them very well. So I think this change is going to work very seamlessly, and I think, maybe not in months, but within maybe a year or two, you'll be singing the same praises for the new company as you did with the old company.
I sincerely hope you're right, but let me say this. What makes this stick out even more, that it's political, is the fact that they had one little scar, which is subject to a yay or a nay yet. And they went and they fixed that problem, and I can't say much about it yet because there's a lawsuit going on, and resolved it to an amiable resolve. So what bothers me is that we have other professionals here that leave a lot to be desired. I don't want to get into names once again. I don't think it's right to do that. But I don't hear you bringing it to the front. And in one specific department, which we have to deal with day in and day out, they dropped the ball 4 or 5 times this year. And the worst thing that was done here, that they got a 1-year contract instead of 3-year contract. That's after dropping the ball 4, 5, 6 times.
You nominated them to the council.
I'm sorry?
You nominated them to the council.
Yes, I did, but well, what was I going to do, stay up here and fight with you?
I don't know,
The
but,
majority, I'm going to fight with the majority here?
but Mayor,
I have to pick my battles,
I understand that.
like
but-
I'm picking it
All
now.
right, this is where it goes south for no reason. We're talking and I'm talking, but you're not talking.
I-
Let's vote. We beat this to death.
Excuse me. Please do. Yes, please, yes.
I'd just like to say the reason I'm also going to be voting no on this company, because I feel the same way. Just want to explain why I'm a no vote. There was a situation that occurred, and I wasn't happy with it either, but I believe that after 20 years of great service to our community, that we give people a chance to do better and fix the situation. We know how it works, so I respect my colleagues. The majority of the vote was for this new company. That's the way it goes. We accept it, and we have to move on. But I just want the public to know why I'm voting no, because I felt that they definitely, after the years that were put in, he's a good man, always there for us. I just feel like they should have been given a chance. And that's my comment, Mayor.
Thank you, thank you.
But, and for me, I just want to say that this had many months of discussion. I think with any vote, we need to respect each other's. We may not agree, and it's happened many times, and it will happen other times in the future. But sometimes things will go one way, sometimes another. And I think we have to start respecting if I vote one way and you vote another, I'm not going to say, get all over you for the next 10 meetings to say, why did you do that? Yes, dropped the ball. Well, this was pretty big for us. We can't go into it because, again, we can't talk about these executive meetings, but maybe it was bigger to some people than to others. And I'm not here the last 20 years, so I can't speak in behalf or against 20 years of someone here. But I know that I was not comfortable, and I know some of my colleagues were not comfortable what happened. And again, I'm not looking to put somebody under the bus and get into a big conversation, but I feel that we really say our piece, how we feel about it, but respect each other as far as how we vote. And that's all I want to say about it.
Thank you, Sandy. And just to comment on that, you're 100% right. We should respect each other, and I think we do. There's nothing wrong with back and forth conversation. What bothers me with this decision, that it smells of politics. I've been in this game for 30 years. I know what a good vote is, and I know what a political vote is, and I'll leave it at that.
One more thing, please.
Please.
I said it before in the work meetings. We all have made mistakes. Nobody has erasers off their pencils. And that this company made one error, you know what? You don't throw them under the bus, like Sandy says. You don't throw anybody under the bus. Well, you just threw this gentleman under the bus and his company. He has been working with us over 20 years. He has been here for everything that we've needed, any question, any meeting, any program that we had to go to that we couldn't go out of the town to go for classes and everything. He would bring it to us. He would bring the meetings to the council, so the council did not have to go out and travel. I think that is one perfect thing for, anybody. And for this other company, for the 15 minutes that we had talk with him, I'm sorry, but I did not like the presentation. Danny, you have the right, like I have the right to speak too. And I just didn't like the way they spoke to us, the way they considered this council. And I think, it's going to be a shame. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Yes, Mayor, if I may. I'm going to be voting yes on this resolution as well. Mayor, you used the words, small ball and a little scar to describe mistakes, but since I've been on this council, we've been dealing with this issue that we can't speak much of. And for me, it was a big ball and a pretty big scar on the town, so I'm going to be voting yes.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Okay, on roll call for the consent agenda, I have a first by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. Council members Balistrary.
I'm sorry, we're voting on the standalone or the whole thing?
Consent agenda.
Oh, so it wasn't pulled?
It was not.
No.
Oh, okay, got you.
First by
It was all in
Wetchler,
discussion.
Yeah, got you.
first by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. On roll call, council members Balistrary.
Okay, recuse on R-126-21 and R-143-21, and yes on the rest.
Fakori.
I abstain on R1, 10, 21, and yes for the rest.
Fasolo,
I'm going to recuse on 122 and 139-21, and yes to the rest.
Golubek,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
No to R110-21, and yes to the rest.
Council President Wetchler.
I'm voting no, or 110-21, and yes to the rest.
Thank you, motion carries. Okay, moving on, we have departmental reports. Recreation Advisory Board minutes from January 25th, 2021, Planning Board meeting minutes from January 20th, 2021, Board of Health meeting minutes from January 11, 2021, and Library Board meeting minutes from January 25th, 2021.
Motion to accept and file.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just real quick, I mean, it doesn't have to be now, but we're accepting the library board minutes, and if it's, is there going to be an update later?
Yes.
As part of your report?
I have-
Yes.
Thank you.
Doris has an update, and I have a little bit to say also.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. That's all I have on my agenda this evening, Mayor.
All right, I guess that brings us to that special time again. Council reports. We'll start off with Councilman Fakori. You're number one. You heard the last, but you're number one.
Thank you, Mayor. You put me on the spot. I have no report. Thanks, Mayor. Progress.
I love that. I love that. I hate when we don't have something to say and we say it and it comes out wrong, it comes out unreal. Very nice. I love it. Mr. Fasolo.
Progress, Mayor.
There you go. Mr. Golubek.
No comment.
A little different. Councilwoman Pellegrin.
Yes, I have a couple of things. Residents Assistance Program update. The food drive for the People's Pantry was held this past weekend. A big thank you to the many who came out to donate. We truly appreciate the generosity that was shown for those in need. Also, many thanks to all the volunteers that gave their time to help make this food drive a success. Police update, community policing program. Our police department is organizing a law enforcement/public safety club for our students in the Elmwood Park Memorial High School. This club will aim to instill citizenship as well as offer students the opportunity to understand and practice key principles of a law enforcement officer. Many topics will be addressed with our students, such as devotion to community, compassion and empathy, negotiation skills, just to name a few. This new club will greatly benefit our students and give them a better understanding of a law enforcement officer. These meetings will be held weekly. Thank you, Mayor. Progress.
Thank you. Council President Wetchler.
Yes. Danny, the library.
In the mic, please,
I have
so
my,
Sal can hear you.
oh, sorry, Sal. Okay, I called the meeting Friday. We had the meeting with the contractor on Monday. The mayor, myself, and Kathy Polacano met with them. The library looks great. The main thing is we're waiting for is public service to come out. That we need the stairs resanded. That will take about 2 weeks. Once they got the resolution on Monday, that passed, they're starting on it yesterday, Wednesday. The mayor came back to the Borough Hall on Monday, talked to the building inspector, I think it was, Mayor? The building inspector?
Electrical.
Oh, electrical inspector. He made a phone call to public service. They will be there next Wednesday to inspect and to get it going. And it'll be about 2 to 3 weeks after that, that the library will be turned over to the, to the trustees to start doing all their things. That's the first thing. Second, homeowners. We're hoping to have homeowners open up again starting in September meetings. They're having a bus trip on Friday, April the 9th, from the rec department at 10 o'clock in the morning and return at 7 o'clock at night. The cost is $40. You'll get back $35 cash voucher. They're going to the, I don't know which casinos.
Wind Creek.
Oh, Wind Creek, I'm sorry, in Pennsylvania. You call Linda Calabini at 201-966-7694, to say you want to come on the bus run, and then progress.
Thank you, Dolores. If I may just piggyback on the library experience, like she said, we met there with the contractor. The building looks very good. The workmanship looks very good. The one holdup is the electric line, and as Dee had said, we contacted the people at Public Service, our electrical inspector, who knows people down there. He used whatever clout he had to expedite it, and the report back that we got is that comes Wednesday, that line will be brought into the building, and as the councilwoman had said, 3 or 4 days it'll take the builder's electrician to decommission the old electric line and service and fit it inside to spec. And then after that, I guess it's just a cleanup inside? The stairs, yes. The stairs became an issue. It wasn't in the original contract. It was checked by the people concerned and involved, and lo and behold, the railings were in the contract, but the steps weren't. And if you look at those steps, they're inundating in the sense of you're just not going to go in there, strip them down, sand them, and varnish them. They have a metal grit in its side, which has to be taken out, and that's yeah. Yeah. But I would say that prior to our meeting, to this meeting, last week, we were looking at the library as the beginning of the end, and now I can actually say that it's the end of the beginning, and we are looking at a light at the end of the tunnel that's getting brighter. And we have one lady that I would be remiss if I didn't call on her, Mrs. Ballesteri.
Sure, Mayor. Just a reminder about the Easter egg hunt on March 27th at Borough Field, and please, everyone will be wearing masks and there'll be social distance. Also, the mini camp in April for the week of spring break, you can still sign up for that. I'm not sure what the attendance right now is, but, and I want to say, you know, I'm happy that the mayor and council brought back the stipend for all the sports, what they've been through with the COVID and not able to fundraise. And now they're so excited to start coming back on the fields, and this certainly will help the coaches, the parents, and the players. So I'm happy that we were able to do something for them. And that's it, Mayor.
Sandy, let me ask you, we just recently replaced our director, and we all know how difficult that could be and arduous, bringing a new director in. And I know you've been around that organization for many years. How do you feel everything's being run right now?
Everything's running very smooth. We've just had another rec meeting, and, you know, everything, especially he came in at a time where, very difficult time to come in to that type of position, or any position for that matter, but he's doing a great job, working well with the advisory board and keeping us updated all the time, and I have to say that, you know, very pleased.
Very good. Mr. Foligno, would you like to embellish that?
Sean's doing a great job. We communicate very well. He's accommodating. He cares about the programs. He's full of a lot of energy, and we love it. He's doing good, and better things to come once they can open back up again. Very pleased with him.
Thank you. Anybody else care to comment on anything here, council people? No? With that said, I will call for a motion to open to the public.
Second.
All in favor? Anyone from the public here to speak, please come to the podium. Yes, ma'am. And state your name and address and direct your questions to me. If I can't answer them, I will delegate them.
Thank you. I'm Doreen Fraga, Saddlebrook, New Jersey. I'm here from Animal Protection League of New Jersey, and we're reaching out to the Bergen County towns on geese management. We have non-lethal solutions that we would like to give to the different towns, and I have tons of information. We're available for a presentation. I have my contact information, and we just would like to let the towns know that there are other ways to control the geese population. I'm not sure what your methods are, but there are other non-lethal methods.
Okay.
Thank you.
So whatever we can do in response to what you just said, count us in.
Yeah, there's so much. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. There's a way with geese lights. They're used to deter the
In the mic, please, dear.
Away with Geese lights, they're used to deter the geese. Edgewater has done so much great work, habitat modification, Bloomingdale, there's just so many different towns that are doing so many different things non-lethally to control the geese population. We want to get them out of the towns. We want to get them into the flyway where they belong. So that's what our goal is. So if you could take a look at that information and somebody could reach out to me, we could do a presentation. We can, you know, it's so much better. Our presentation is great. I mean, we can do it here if you'd like it. We could do it Zoom, and we have so much information to give to you.
Ma'am, if it's okay, I'll reach out to you or have somebody reach out to you next week. We do have some areas where they're congregating and causing a lot of mess and disturbance, so I think we might be able to use it.
And, you know, we also have, there's something called duty calls, which they'll come in and they'll actually clean up the geese poop. You know, there's flight turf that can be used on fields, baseball fields. I mean, the geese hate that. There's all kind of different plants and shrubs that could be done. We have a designer that we work with, and she does habitat modification, and she'll come in and she'll assess the area, and we'll also help, you know, fund and pay for the cost. And she'll come in and assess the area and tell you exactly what you need to keep the geese away. So, you know, like I said, we just want people to know that there are other alternatives. I'm not sure what you do if you use border collie dogs. I'm just, you know, I don't know how you do that.
Right now, we're not doing anything, so
Okay.
we're going to need to do something.
Okay, well, use that information. Call me, please. We have so much non-lethal information that will help you to get the geese out, because that's what we want. We want to move them out of the towns, and we want to get them in the flyways, and we want to get them, you know, away from these areas, because they don't belong here. And if people feed the geese, that's what causes them to stay, and they become resident geese, and then what happens, they get deformities, and they can't fly. And then what happens, they become the residents, and you'll never get rid of the geese because they can't fly anymore. People have to stop feeding the geese. So I don't know if that's going on in parks, but we found that a lot of times that's what they're doing.
I walk pretty normally at the Saddlebrook Park,
Yes.
and I know you've been having problems there with the geese for years and years and years. It's tough, 'cause like you said, people feed them. They got the best of all the worlds. They home, nobody's bothering them, plus getting free food.
And the water, and, you know, they look for like a clear line of sight when they look for food. And a lot of the fields, a lot of the parks, they're that. They're a welcome mat. They're the grass. They don't have the proper grasses. They don't have the proper plants and shrubs in. Well, and that would keep the geese away. And if they didn't see that like clear line where you would see the baseball field or the parks or something, and the grasses were taller, they would just keep moving on. So there's a lot that can be done.
Okay, we'll work with you.
Okay,
Thank you, dear.
I'm sorry, ma'am, may I have the spelling of your last name?
F-R-E-G-A.
Thank you.
And I have my cards and contacts and everything in the folder.
Thank you. Anyone else care to speak? We all know this gentleman.
Jeffrey Freitag, 35 Tillman
It's on,
Drive,
Jeff.
Elmwood Park. You can hear me. Okay, three things. One thing was, in fact, I wasn't even going to say anything, but I heard about the rec. When is the rec going to open up to the public?
We don't have that information yet. We're waiting
Because I saw it was discussed at one of the meetings about April the 1st. That was, I believe, in the minutes or something, or I saw it somewhere.
we haven't determined an opening date yet. There's going to be a mini camp, but that's not an official opening.
I think this said opening, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, secondly, 12th Avenue improvement. I didn't quite understand. I looked at the payment. Let's see how it works, because it talks about a change order and a total estimate, due estimate amount on number 3, 179, 968.16. Is that being paid, and what is the estimate number 3 for?
Can anyone answer that?
Or is it just for a purchase order? It's a little kind of...
We'll have to get back to you on that, Mr. Freitag.
Just looking at it, so what is due right now is the 179. That's the payment that was approved this evening.
So is this a payment in full then for the whole job?
No, it's not in full.
Okay, because a lot of the curb stops, the valve to turn them off for about, some of them 5-6 inches off of the elevation of the right-of-way, which is between the curb and the sidewalk.
Okay, something we could take a look at.
Okay, the other thing is, I noticed in the payment of bills, Honda. I don't believe we have any Honda vehicles. I don't know if you have a Honda outboard motor or whatever. Firestone Tire and Metro Honda. One says $1636.80, and the other one says $3995.41. What would Honda be paid for?
I'll have to find out. Might be DPW or fire department.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Freitag. Anyone else care to speak from the public? If not, I'll close the public portion. Erin, anything else before we,
So, Mayor, this evening, we do need to enter into executive session. For those in the public, there will not be any formal action taken after this executive session. So with that being said, Mayor, we can entertain a motion to enter exec.
motion, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act, PL 1975, Chapter 231, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss, Mike, what is it? What are we discussing? Litigation and legal reports, minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer requires the confidentiality, then the minutes can be made public. Now therefore be it resolved that the public be excluded from this meeting.
Council will take a 2-minute recess before we go into executive.